the best pastor on the planet. Ow! I want to be like him when I grow up, Pastor Robert Morris.
Pastor Robert Morris.
I'm friends with Robert Morris. I preach for Robert Morris in Gateway. I know many of the people there. They're people of integrity.
At Gateway Church from my friend Pastor Robert Morris.
And I love your dear pastor. You know, Robert is one of the most gifted Bible teachers on the planet.
And in fact, the book by Pastor Robert Morris gave me the framework, theological framework for what I was experiencing.
Listen to what Pastor Robert Morris of Gateway Church.
Absolutely. The reason why this church is so blessed is because Mike has a hand on him. The reason why I'm blessed is because there is a hand on me. His name's Robert Morris.
Ow! There's a great book by Pastor Robert Morris called The Blessed Life.
Let me say what an absolute delight to be at Gateway tonight with Pastor Robert and his gracious wife, Debbie, at this beautiful and majestic Gateway Church. Those of you who attend the Gateway churches are privileged and highly favored of God to have this esteemed man of God and his wife as your spiritual shepherd.
I heard Robert Morris, founder and pastor of Gateway Church, while I was watching on TBN. And he gave an invitation. It startled me so, it struck me with such an impact.
It won't affect anything you do around here. It won't diminish it at all. He called me to do this when I was 20.
The woman says the abuse started when Morris was preaching at a local church in Oklahoma and was a guest at her home along with his wife and young child. By the time she was 17 and told her parents what was happening, Morris was the pastor at Shady Grove Church, which is now the Gateway Church campus in Grand Prairie.
The best pastor on the planet.
Oh.
Ow!
Robert Morris is a name many know. Founder of Gateway Church, a charismatic speaker, and a figure many turn to for spiritual guidance. But behind this polished image, there's a troubling reality we need to confront. In 1982, Morris was involved in a scandal involving Cindy Clemisher, who was just 12 years old. He admitted to inappropriate behavior with her, which continued for several years. He confessed in 1987 and stepped down from his ministry, claiming he had lived in purity since then. Yet, Cindy Clemisher, now 54, questions his claims and warns that there may be other victims. Beyond these serious allegations, there's another layer to this story. Robert Morris has also been accused of being a false preacher, a con man, prosperity preacher. His teachings and manipulative tactics have raised significant concerns.
Robert Morris is a fraud. He's a fake. He's a deceiver. He's a charlatan, and he is a con man.
So it's real, okay? Everyone got it's real? You got that?
Morris's preaching often emphasizes prosperity and the need to tithe, promising that financial blessings will follow those who give generously to the church. This can be seen as a form of manipulation, where followers are encouraged to give beyond their means, hoping for miraculous returns. This approach raises serious ethical questions about whether he's truly guiding his congregation spiritually or simply seeking personal gain. He has close ties with several other figures in the evangelical world. Many of them are false preachers like Kenneth Copeland, Mike Todd, Todd White, Stephen Furtick, Rick Warren, Vlad Savchuk, and John Hagee are all names associated with questionable teachings and practices. They all teach a false gospel, which is the prosperity gospel. Celebrity pastors often become larger-than-life figures. They're not just preachers, they're brand names, personalities, and influencers. This can lead to an unhealthy level of adoration and a lack of critical examination. When we place pastors on pedestals, we risk overlooking their flaws and mistakes. In Morris's case, many of his followers have remained loyal, often dismissing or downplaying the severity of the allegations against him. It's crucial to understand that this loyalty can sometimes blind us to the reality of what's happened behind the scenes. Robert Morris isn't the only pastor to face such scrutiny. We've seen it time and time again. Leaders like Carl Lentz, Brian Houston, and Ravi Zacharias, who were once held in high esteem, later exposed for their moral failures. What do all these cases have in common? A culture that elevates pastors to a status they were never meant to have. The Bible is clear, no one is perfect, and all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. But when we put our faith in a man rather than in Christ, we're setting ourselves up for disappointment. Finally, we need to get back to the basics of what it means to follow Christ. It's about a personal relationship with Him, not about being a fan of any particular pastor. Let's stop idolizing men and start worshiping the one who is truly worthy, Jesus Christ. Just very quick, if this is your first time on the channel, welcome to Christ Community Tube, where we deliver Christian content from a biblical perspective. Please consider subscribing so you never miss an update, and make sure to click on the notification bell.